Hello, this is Charles Patricelli, and we're another little version of what's happening in Waterville. Today I have Tamera Stewart here to talk about a program that she's offering, and this is from the Albany County Partnership.
Albany Community Action Partnership.
See, I told you that I wasn't going to get that right. So it's the Albany Community
Action
Partnership. And you're based out of Cohoes?
Yes, we do have a Cohoes outreach office, and we have our main office is in Albany on Sheridan Avenue.
What is it that you want to tell us today about what you're doing?
Well, I'm here today to let you know about our Health Professions Opportunity Grant, HPOG for short. We are currently recruiting individuals for CNA training, which is Certified Nurse Assistant, and EMT training, which is Emergency Medical Technician. The program consists of comprehensive training, job search, placement, and retention services, as well as other little perks that come along the way.
So, and this is, let's say, who would be your clients, or who would you be looking for to get?
We are looking for anyone who is interested in the health care field, with a high school diploma, GED, or a GED, or other post-secondary training. So if they've gone to college, and even if you haven't finished, or any other schooling beyond high school, that's acceptable also. They need to have a clear criminal history inside of 10 years and not have been a CNA within 5 years.
Okay, so what you're doing is you're basically offering our residents an opportunity to get into the health field.
Absolutely.
And you're also helping them in the training and placement?
Yes. The process will go, you would attend an orientation either in the Cohoes office or Albany office, and you can call either one. Cohoes phone number, which is 518-237-9201, or the Albany office, which is 518-463-3175. Attend an orientation, an intake appointment, and from that point on, you begin to gather your documents and other paperwork needed in order to enter into the program. Now, not everybody is selected. Sometimes there are programs that are better suited for an individual, and that will be gone over at the intake appointment.
Okay. Well, let's just ask, success rate for people going through the program?
I want to say everybody who has gone through our program and wants to work and not continue schooling is working.
Great. And what's the average pay on that?
Anywhere from $9.75 to, we've gone up to about $15 an hour on some people. So anywhere from $9.75 to about a median of $13 an hour.
Well, that's great. All right. So that if anybody's interested, they need to contact you.
Yes.
They need, like you said, a high school diploma or GED. If a person does not have their GED, at this time or like that, is that something that they can go through you and
yes, you can come to ACAP for those services. We are able to refer you to a program that will assist you in getting your GED.
So really, there's pretty much no excuse to be able to go through a program, and I mean, are there jobs out there? I mean, with everybody talking about there's no jobs out there to get, and the high unemployment rate of that type of thing.
People are hiring CNAs and EMT. The healthcare field is growing at an exorbitant rate at this time, and CNAs are definitely needed. They are the glue that kind of holds a facility together. So without CNAs, pretty much everything, CNAs and nurses, things will fall apart very fast.
Yeah.
So we definitely want the message out there that CNAs are being hired. Nurses are being hired if you would like to go further on in your education, and EMTs, because we need people to get you there to the hospital, of course.
So an EMT is more or less, is that an ambulance type service?
Yes,
is that what you're talking about?
Ambulance service, and EMT stands for Emergency Medical Technician, and they're the ambulance drivers, so to speak. They're the first ones on the scene.
That's pretty good. Now, how long has this been going on now?
For 1 year. We are in our second grant year. So we've had about 5 classes under our belt of CNAs and 1 EMT class under our belt at this time.
Now, when's the next class start?
Our next CNA and EMT are due to start in mid-January.
Okay.
Once again, you do need to attend an orientation and intake appointment. Please call the Cohoes office at 237-9201 or the Albany office at 463-3175 for the next orientation dates.
Good. Well, I mean, I think that's really what we are. You know, when you approached me about this, I said this is something that we need to advertise in a number of different ways. It'll be, you know, we've been putting it into our newsletter for housing residents, but, you know, everybody who can watch Channel 17 and Waterville Elite, you know, certainly has the opportunity to get this. We'll put it on YouTube,
Okay.
you know, so that, you know, if there's people out there who says, hey, I saw something on there and you might want to check it out, they might not know all the details, at least you can either see it on, you know, Channel 17 or just go straight to the YouTube. Also the phone number, of course, for your organization will be on the bottom, so you'll be able to, you know, to be able to take care of that.
Okay.
What about? Tell me more about a program you have called Dress for Success.
Yes. Dress for Success is another program in ACAP. Basically, what Dress for Success is a program for women who are re-entering the work field or entering the work field for the first time. Once you have obtained an interview, if by referral, you'll need a referral to the program, or you can self-refer to the program. You just need proof of the interview and where it's at. You will be supplied with 1 interview suit and all the accoutrements, so the jewelry, the shoes, and the handbag. They go over with you a few interview questions and ask about the program and, you know, what difference it made for you. And once that's all done, you are able to come back to Dress for Success to be resuited for a week's worth of career clothing to get you started in your new field.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I think that's an awesome program. I know how difficult it is for somebody to get started, you know, into that area, or to be able to go, and they want to make an impression, but just may not have the, you know, the right things to do that with. And I think it's a great program. Who runs that program?
The program is run with Albany Community Action Partnership. It's run out of the Albany office at 333 Sheridan Avenue. The contact person for that program is Jessica DeJesus, and the number once again is 463-3175, and you'll just request Dress for Success.
You know, I'm glad, because I'm glad that you approached us about this program. I'm glad that we're able to share this with other people. I do know that, you know, there's a lot of people that I do interviews with, or that are, you know, have lived in housing, and, you know, or it's maybe even not housing, but they're, you know, they're looking and saying, you know, that sometimes they get discouraged, and they, I don't know, yeah, maybe it's just discouraged and they just drop out of it, or lose the ability to say, I'm tired of being turned down in some way or another. But I'm glad that there's a program like yours who, you know, they can at least go this route. There's other routes that they can go too, but this is at least one of them.
And once again, we work with the individual from start to finish. We work with them for employment search, employment placement, and retention. We follow them for 6 months of being on the job. And the employment search really begins with the workshops that we do: self-empowerment skills, self-advocacy, interviewing skills. We go over mock interviews at all of the time. We touch on those things and how to answer the questions that will make you shine in the best light. We also do the Dress for Success. We actually do a dress mock interview for individuals, and that usually gives us a good idea of what we need to work on, and gives the individual an idea of what they need to work on or what they feel they could do better at.
One of the things I was just thinking about while you were talking, and I know you Dress for Success, it seems like is there a male component to that?
There is a male component to it. It started out for women, although we do have some male clothing. Not all male clothing, but we do have some male clothing, some suits available for our gentlemen, and if they're not available, we work with other agencies to provide that.
But the CNA and the EMT is also for both female and male?
Yes, both female and male.
Okay, that's something else. I mean, it's, again, not to be taken for granted, but it's...
It is dominated predominantly by women. However, male CNAs are desperately needed. And female EMTs are desperately needed as well. It goes both ways. On top of which, we have, if there is someone who's not interested in the CNA and EMT program, ACAP, Albany Community Action Partnership, has another career pathways program that we are do trainings in building maintenance and floor care, weatherization, which is very simple weatherizing a home. There are other healthcare opportunities such as PCA and HHA for those of us who do not have the requirements to meet the HPOG standards.
What are they? What is it?
That's the high school diploma and GED.
Okay.
So there are other programs with ACAP that an individual can fall into if they do not meet the requirements for my program, which is HPOG.
And I think the ACAP, I believe it's probably something that was taken, I don't know if it's for granted or just figured it was basically like a Head Start program, and that's, you know, what they do, or energy, weatherization work. But your organization has grown and flourished to many different avenues and, and activities. I know you also have the... in the Cohoes office is a food pantry that you run out to.
Yes, we do run the Cohoes Food Pantry, and that is for the residents of Cohoes, Green Island, and Watervliet.
So I think it's just nice that, we can still share this information to everybody here, and, especially those watching WVLT or anybody else watching it now. We can post this on the YouTube. Is there any other programs or things that you might want to give us a blast about? Other
than the Head Start and early learning centers, everybody pretty much knows us for the Head Start and early learning, but we are here also for them. But my program and my department, which is Community and Career Services, is pretty much what I know and what I'm here to talk about today. Where ACAP is always open to other opportunities and helping individuals with opportunities. So if there's a question about anything, I would advise anyone to call the phone numbers that are posted, and we'll try to help from there.
Yeah, I do know we have many different programs that are related or that support you, in the sense of the family self-sufficiency type programs, or the Ross grants, which is a resident opportunity. But they're basically meant for anybody who has, the desire to get ahead and may need a little bit of help. And these are great programs. If you contact the Cohoes office, you could find a little bit more about whatever it is that you're kind of looking for. And they may have an idea or a referral. And I think that's what you really are looking for more than anything else. Is you don't know what you're looking for until somebody actually tells you that there's this available. And a lot of times it's there's so many different programs out there. We know of a couple of programs that came across for those that are, I believe, are pregnant or have babies of 6 months, and they help with the family, setting that up and getting that, the education going. So and that's something that I did not know existed until just recently. So, there's more to be told about that and any other programs. So is that pretty much wraps up?
That pretty much wraps it all up.
Well, good. Again, if anybody's interested in the CNA courses or EMT courses, and they want to know more about how to get involved in that or learn how that would work, I would urge you to contact Tamera at the phone numbers, and it's
237-9201 is Cohoes, and 463-3175 is the Albany office.
And again, I think it's really now it's in your hands, and if you have any questions, Tamera's there to give you the answers.
Or I will find someone who can.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, and thank you for joining us today at WVLT. And if you have any other thoughts or ideas, send us an email, contact us, call us, and we'll see what we can do to search for those type of programs. Thank you for watching WVLT. I'm Charles Patricelli and Tamera Stewart. We're signing off. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Tamera Stewart. I'm an employment specialist with Albany Community Action Partnership, the Cohoes Outreach Office. I am here to talk very briefly about our Health Profession Opportunity Grant Program. We're here to offer free CNA training and EMT training to individuals in Waterville and around the area. I can be contacted in the Cohoes Outreach Office. The phone number is 518-237-9201, or the Albany office, which is 518-463-3175. Once again, it is free CNA training and free EMT training with Albany Community Action Partnership.